G'day folks, and welcome to World of Warships with the Magnificent Margon. Yes, it has been a little while, but it's okay. Tonight you're actually going to see me not flying in my Miyogi. I'm actually going to be playing one battle in my Congo, and then I've probably played a lot more battles tonight in my Cleveland. Now I do love my American cruiser class. I think they are amazing, and they suit me very nicely in my playing style. Now I was playing with Kaze, and yeah, we were playing quite nicely through part of it. There are probably about 3 parts to this, I would say. By the time I break down into each battle and stuff like that, Kaz and I do discuss a little bit about our thoughts on the upcoming patch and stuff, and I explain things a little bit better to him because this morning I actually watched a Wargaming release thing talking about the patch 0.3 coming up for the beta testing servers. Now in it we get the long-awaited Japanese cruisers, aircraft cruisers I should say, not cruisers. With these aircraft cruisers, you've got to keep in mind the idea behind them is lots and lots of groups of planes. So you could have a multitude of different groups. So you could say, like, the American one starts off with 2 bombers and a fighter, or you can have 2 fighters and a bomber. The Japanese one will probably start off with double that, but there's smaller groups of planes. So same number of planes, just more groups to control and things like that. So I think by the time you get up to the top one, you've got 8 or 9 groups, something like that, of different combinations of, like, you might have 6 torpedo bombers and 4 normal bombers and so on and so forth at your disposal to use. So the idea behind the Japanese aircraft carriers are basically lots of groups, which means you can have more spreads of torpedoes and bombs raining in on all the other ships. So to combat that, really you're looking at sort of ships like the Cleveland and other things similar to this thing to actually use its anti-air to fight back, or even, if you're smart enough, using your fighter setup in your aircraft carriers on the American side or the Japanese, depending upon which ones you're playing, to counteract it by fighting with fighters against bombers to try and knock them out before they take too much of your ships out. So it become more or less a battle in the airs as well as a battle in the grounds. So it's going to be quite interesting with that. They have added a few more ships to fill out and finalise tech trees. Like, I believe there's an aircraft carrier going in here. A few ships are swapping around positions for the US. The Japanese, they do put in the tier 9 battleship, I believe. And I think there is... Interesting. I didn't realise that they had 2 ships at tier 4 for the cruiser class in the Japanese. Learn something every time you open up a thing. So I think they're putting a few other things in. So there's a whole heap of different changes and stuff like that that will be coming up, and ships added and stuff like that. Along with the aircraft carriers, we do have the US battleships coming out, which will be very interesting to see how that plays out. Now, a lot of these ships were built. The Montana, which is the Tier 10 battleship for America, was actually a paper model one. It never actually got constructed. It got sort of canned and mothballed right towards the end of the war due to the fact that the Americans did stick with all their cruiser classes, and that's probably why the cruisers are so much better. Just lots of guns and lots of firepower, and it just worked for them a lot better and a lot more manoeuvrability. Along with that, they're doing armour and other balancing. So basically, if you hit a ship, for instance, if we hit the Cleveland down here, it's taking into consideration what may be in this area of the ship as a whole that you're doing damage to, or where it's passing through to actually do damage and stuff like that. Because a lot of time, if you're armor piercing, it just goes boom, it does damage. You sit there going, well, hang on a minute, I've just hit the citadel here, or I've hit this part of the ship here where the engines are, or I've hit around the back of here where the motors and everything else are, and the rudder and stuff like that. And you're not doing modular damage basically on the ship. You're just doing damage for your AP, whereas your HEs are splashing on the surface here, and they're not doing anything either other than knocking at guns, doing citadel damage, and splashing around the back here and knocking engines down and stuff like that. So they're going to improve all that stuff with the armor and other balancing, along with they're also improving the way damage models work as well for that sort of stuff, balancing it out. One other big change which has come in, now Kaze and I did discuss this a week or so ago, signal flags. It would be nice to be able to customise these ships and sort of make them more unique for what we'd like them to look like you can with World of Tanks. You can put all the different camos on, you can change your flag, so eventually I'm sure we'll be able to change the flag and stuff like that, and you paint objects and stuff. Well, with the signaling flags, it's not about signaling as such. You are signaling to your enemy about what your ship is achieved and stuff like that. So in that achievement sort of style, it's basically you unlock things. So one of the things that they do say in the report is, for instance, if my ship takes flooding damage for a certain period of time, say 50% of my health, I actually get an achievement, and that achievement will give me a signaling flag, and the signaling flag will actually give me a bonus of some description. So it's basically unlocking achievements, but there is something about if you read through the development blog that you'll open, like, I guess, chests in a way that will have other things in them, and that's possibly where you get your signaling flags from and stuff like that. So you would do the achievement and you get a reward given to you, to basically what I think when I look at it. So, and inside that award box will be the access to the signaling flag for your ship. Now, I don't know whether it lasts for a battle or whether it lasts permanently or what it is, but that's the idea behind it. So, like, different signaling flags could, for instance, they give you the example of basically you put two different ones on. One does 20% to credit, and one does minus 5% to battle repair at the end of the battle. So in some ways you're making 25% extra credits at the end of the battle. Then you mount on, say, a 50% XP buff, so you get more XP on this ship when it's fighting by 50%. So in one of my battles tonight, I did with my premium account 1,000, so I might get 1,500. So that's huge bonuses there. And then the last one that they put on there is basically 5% of ship speed, so you increase your speed of your ship, which could come in handy, and things like that for particularly destroyer classes or even cruisers, or maybe even battleships, increasing that speed a little bit. One thing they have done, and I'm not going to I can try to put the sounds up for you, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. You can listen to it if you want. I will have the link in the description below of all the information about the patch coming. Basically, the guns will sound a little bit more realistically and muffled, like you're on the deck or something like that. Other things that they discussed was friendly fire. Friendly fire happens a lot, and I am sick and tired of it personally. I think it's an absolute joke, and it annoys me like no tomorrow. It's just a pain, and it's annoying, and you don't really want someone in, say, this thing here, shooting all its torpedoes directly at you. So the idea is friendly fire is basically the same as what they have in World of Tanks. You do it, you get marked. They said pink in the description, and then if you do it again, your damage will be reduced. So it's a penalty that you're going to get, and if you do it again, you'll get banned, and so on and so forth. So that'd be really good. New map coming in to it. Hotspot is the name. Apparently there is a volcano, to what I know, on this map, or I heard in the report. Idea behind it is it actually has shallows and coral reefs and stuff like that. So that's only where areas like destroyers can go. Maybe some of your cruisers can go there. So it gives that advantage to those ships, so they can go hide there, and the big ships think, oh, I can follow you, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're stuck, and the destroyer zips around and destroys you with a couple of torpedoes. So that should be very, very interesting. And that's really about all of it. They've got intro missions and client architecture and stuff like that. All these other little things to try and to tidy things up. So having shallows and stuff makes it a bit more dynamic. So you might say, I can't think of all the maps. I don't know the maps off by heart just yet in World of Warships, but I'm working on learning them and stuff like that. But there are a few maps where they could probably add a few little corals to make it so that, well, the battleships can't go through this area, but the destroyer can sneak through this area and pound the battleship and possibly even get out of there before they know about it. So that could be interesting in that regard. So yeah, that's about it for this point in time. This will probably be one of the last, I'd say, patches before it goes live, because it's introduced all of the tech tree stuff to make both sides, America and the Japanese, balanced, in my opinion. So I reckon it won't be too long after that. There'll probably be a bit of beta testing on it, and then it'll probably go live maybe a month or two later. So I'd say mid-year we're looking at this game probably coming live, and to what I've seen so far, it is brilliant and amazing. And doing the divisions opens up a whole new world of fun with your friends at the moment, and I actually can't wait until they decide to release the whole team battle stuff that could come out, and the amazing battles we'll have, seeing the team battles and everything like that. So yeah, outside of that, I think I might just jump in and get these battles and stuff going of what Kaze and I played. As I mentioned earlier, there might be a little bit of swearing and stuff in it, so I am apologising for that, but sometimes in the heat of the moment you get excited and stuff like that. So I'm going to break it up, and I think we played about 4 battles, so I'll break it up probably 4 parts. So I hope you find this informative. There will be a description below for all of the information off the worldofwarships.com webpage about the upcoming patch. Outside of that, guys, I'll say it now. Well, I really hope to see you on those seas, so happy hunting.
You start that now?
What?
What, recording?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, world of recording.
Yeah. I literally, as you said, are you starting now? Like, yes. So, I just want to see how this. I'm just going to see how things go anyway. So, but yeah, no, I just thought I'd do something different because I feel magical.
I saw your magical replay of the Cleveland.
Yeah, that was not one of my better ones that I've done, that one so far.
Man, you need to record all the time if you want to get the magical ones. Cause
yeah, I know. Well, see, I'm
just like cray.
Yeah, I know. Well, see, that's the thing. I've decided I'm just going to try and collect as much as I can. I sort of thought I'll wait till I get the ropes a bit better, and then I'll do a bit more. But no, I've decided that it's time to actually just record what I can when I can.
Yeah. Because you just don't know when a good one's going to turn up.
No, we've had some great battles.
You had a really good battle the other night.
Oh,
shut
wow.
down heaps of planes, like 14 planes, man. It was just like...
Nice, I like that. Yeah, no, I've noticed my crew seem to be shooting a lot more planes down, but now that I know a bit more about the what's coming up, it sounds like when you're having it against Japanese aircraft carrier, you'll be shooting a lot more down more regularly.
Yeah, because they're from what I understand, I hope I read this wrong. Where are we going, left or right?
I'm not even loaded in yet, but I'm going to stay... I'm actually thinking of going over to the Big Island side, so over the 9 line.
Yep.
I just find just playing around there with the cruiser just seems to be a lot nicer. But,
a couple of destroyers. Yeah, from what I don't know if I read it properly, but from what I understand, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, please, is that they're expecting. How do you take your armament?
your secondaries hit P to turn all secondaries off.
No, I've got my armament fixed on relative bearing. How do I stop that?
What do you mean, stuck on relative?
Well, I've got this like warning on my screen that says armament weapon is fixed to relative bearing.
Armaments modular. Just trying to see if I can see it in my. If you hold F1, it comes up with options, and I'm in the armaments and modulars one.
Well, reticule X.
X. Calculate target lead distance for torpedo launcher.
No.
No.
No. X locks your reticule in position. Oh. I don't know.
Does it? No, X is telling me there's no target detected. I don't know.
Oh well, doesn't matter. I've done now.
Whatever.
Whatever was happening, it's not happening anymore.
Yes.
Are we going to go down in front of this big island, or are we going to go all the way to the side?
I don't think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to slow up, go to half pace, just to see what people. Because it looks like there's not many people going this way. I'd rather not get caught too much. Now.
We have another Cleveland with us, and it's a 10-6 battle.
Okay. I'm going to go 3/4 now. I know we've got 3 Clevelands because that's going to be OP as frig. I can't say the other one. I can. It doesn't really make much of a difference. I can say fuck as much as I want. It's my YouTube page. I don't give a fuck.
I'm really hesitant though to go through that little gap down there though.
Well, see, there's no way out. That's the thing. That's why I'm going to actually go in front of this little island, bank back to the left, bank back. I'm flying a plane now. Well, yeah. And that way then, and because basically this, I think this destroyer is going to come around the headland for us. So I'm going to slow down just a little bit more. Can we shoot
I agree with this decision.
I'm sitting at 3/4 pace. How's that sound?
Yeah, I'm going full.
That's right. I just want to sort of get this destroyer into a position. I'm going to send up my spy drone so we can get the spots off. So that way then the destroyer can bank, he can turn to his port side. Bank.
We've got 2 destroyers already spotted though.
On the other side, basically.
Yep. We can put some shots on this Fuso, I think.
That's what I'm going to start doing. Is he reversing or what? No, he's going the opposite way to the way I shot. That was silly of me. Anyway.
Good shells. Good shells.
I just completely shot the other direction.
He's pretty much just stopped moving.
He's still moving forwards. Oh, I got a volley that's going to go good. Oh, 6 hits and I damaged the gun. I like it. Now this is good because the destroyers put a nice smoke screen up for us. Looks like most of their team's gone the other way, so I'm going to follow this destroyer down, but I'm going to stick too close to the big islands, the big island on the port side left.
Yep, agreed.
That way then I can use it to bank back around if I need to and use the other little islands as cover, because this destroyer is going to give us spots and he's put a nice smoke screen up, along with my spy drone going up. It helps out as well.
Roger on that.
I could just sit here and just shoot these battle cruisers with impunity too.
Battleship.
Battle cruisers.
Battle cruiser.
Battle cruiser.
Battle cruiser operational.
Don't rush too quick, 8 line that.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling back up. I'm on 3. I'm going to go 1/4 pace actually. Just go because there's no one really here. Oh, no wonder I'm on HE. Changing to armor pissing.
I'm switching to 1/2.
Yep. Oh, 10 hits and a fire.
I only got 1 that time. I think I put too much lead on it.
Well,
he's turning away now.
Yep. He's at a distance of 14 kilometers. So he's at max range basically now.
He's still turning though. This is good.
He's at my max range for me. That's the.
Are you still firing HE?
No, I'm on AP.
Alright, I'm just gonna switch that. Oh, he's still on fire, isn't he?
He's still on
Puts that
fire.
fire out, I'm switching back to
HE. It looks like he's going to come round to try and use his guns on us now. So
he's out of range now for me.
yeah, he's just out of my range. He is firing on us now. Shells coming in. He's just knocked me underneath the water.
Are we peeling off?
Yeah, I'm going to peel off and use the island straight ahead. Sorry. Keep it on. Use it as cover. I've just brought him back into range from me.
Yep. I'm going to start the evasive movers. I'm going to follow you though. Wherever you go, I'm following.
Yeah, no, heading straight to where the island's destroyer is to hide behind, hopefully. Nice. Okay, his fire is out, so you're aware.
Yep.
He is firing upon me. Oh, there's 9 good shells. It looks like he's missed me with all those volleys. Got armaments of HEs coming in on him.
Yep, switching on to HE.
Yep. Oh, I'm behind the island now. I'm behind the island. I'm going to try and get into a position where I can just shoot over the island now. Alright, I'm going to start peeling off, turning to port side probably.
Yep.
Yeah, just going to see what this destroyer does. See what
I'm behind you.
Yep, I'm at quarter pace just so you know. Just going to keep firing in this direction.
Yep.
I just want to see which way, where he fires. He's firing on us still by the way it looks, so I'm peeling off to port. I'm at full speed now.
Yep.
I don't want to be hit by too many of his barrages. Destroyer has launched torpedoes at him. Nice.
Yep, he's gone.
Yep, I'm gonna keep turning.
Congo.
Yeah,
I'm turning into this Congo now.
Yeah, I'm turning. But I've turned off. I've peeled off to the left because he was firing onto me. So I'm just spinning around now. So I'll come back and pull myself back into range. So you're on your own with that destroyer, but he's firing on the destroyer. The way it looks. No, he's firing at you. So I'll go as fast as I can. The Congo. No, he's been in that position pretty stable for the last few minutes.
Alright, I'm peeling off now.
Don't forget to send you. I've got a minute on my spy drone before it starts recalling, just so you know. We have got a destroyer. I'm gonna. Which way is he going? He is sort of coming back towards us. Over near the headland.
Alright, he's moving now.
Yep. Oh, there's a cruiser coming back, Russ. There's a cruiser coming back, so you're exposed where you are. Just keep that in mind.
Yep. I'm peeling off now.
Yep. I've got a destroyer incoming, just so you're aware. Looks like he's popped a smoke screen.
Alright, I'm turning around. I just really want to give this destroyer as much protection as we can.
Yep.
Sup, fat fox?
Oh my god.
Hey man, how you doing? Fat fox. You sound like Scott, slut face.
Ah, man, it's only one way to enter, and this is with a dynamic entry.
Well, good thing I'm recording this for YouTube at the moment.
Mighty guy sensei.
What are you guys doing?
Playing World of Warships. You should come join us.
Nah, I've got some StarCraft to do, apparently.
StarCraft.
JC.
I feel like joining? Get like 15?
Probably gonna be longer than that.
Okay.
I've been like working hard all week.
Warships.
I will play with my ships.
Alright, well you guys
How
play
was
with boats?
O'Reilly's?
Man, I responded to you. But, you know, you're just too busy.
I'm in World of Warships, so it's like...
In your own little world.
Yeah.
World of
Doing your own little
Warships.
thing.
Yeah. So you can tell me verbally now, which is far better than me reading a Steam message.
No, it's not. You can read it yourself. No, it was good. It was good.
I got friends,
really good
they're
fun.
dicks. I had a friend once, his name was Ben. He's a dick.
Oh, how time changes people.
Well, time changes people. In what way have you changed?
Sorry, I'll be right back.
I'm not putting this video up on YouTube.
He just freaking leaves.
Like, fuck you guys, I'm out of here.
It's just like, yep, gotta go, guys. Oops. You're helping with this Mogami, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Like
I am
a
shooting at him.
CLR. It's like nailing me. Oh, well avoided, my friend.
I am pounding shots at him. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I'm actually thinking I'm gonna enjoy some of the new features on the maps and stuff that are coming out. Like the new map has got shallows, so that means that you've got to be careful in that regard where your big ships can't get into. It's designed for small, lightweight combat. So I reckon that's going to be quite enjoyable in itself. Oh, come on! I am just launching shells like mad at this guy for you. He's turned away. I've got front barrage firing just after this back barrage finishes. So I've got a constant firing arc coming in on him.
Yeah, he's just he's turning away now though.
Yeah. He's just on my front barrage now.
He's out of range for me now. Alright, I'm turning onto him. Fuck it. Let's go full speed into him.
That's what I'm gonna do. We've only got one battleship that's come back. We've got heaps of our guys now coming down on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, he broke off his pursuit with you, and I was just launching shell after shell after shell, just raining them down, but I didn't get anything. But I've taken one plane down somehow. I've killed the plane.
Scout. Yeah,
Must
while I
have
was like smashing, while you were smashing him, I'm just like desperately trying to avoid everything. Fuck. Duck and weave, baby. Duck and weave.
That's basically how you do it. Yeah, so the shallows mechanic's going to be interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, that looks really cool.
They did have that in alpha. I did read about it. What else did I read about? I read about a lot of things. Oh, a full 2 shells came in from that battle cruiser.
Hit you?
Yeah, hit me. I'm down.
GG. Ooh, this guy's turning into me. That's bad.
Well, yeah. So with the aircraft carrier, by the way it sounds of the Jap ones, they've basically given them like a crap load of planes to use, basically, and as they go up higher tiers. But it's more like plane platoons, but they're smaller groups of planes together.
Yeah, less planes in each battle group.
Yep.
But more of them. We get more groups out.
So, but they've said that it makes them more vulnerable to the fighters, which means that the fighters will play a more active role versus Japanese ships, and vice versa against.
Yeah.
So
AA is more important.
Yes, AA becomes.
Take down a whole squadron.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's the whole idea of it. You've got to try and make sure everything's working in your favour the whole time, basically. So that's going to make things interesting. The new battleships, by the way it sounds, what they're trying to do more than anything else is make sure that with all of the armament stuff, like the way armor piercing and HE operates, works properly, so that when you've got the Myogi, I think it is. No, not the Mogi, the Manahine or whatever it's called. The Tier 10 battleship for America.
Oh yeah, Minnesota.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Or Iowa.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, anyway, I'll find that out later. But yeah, the idea is to bring the Yamano down to the same level of it, because it's only a paperweight model, so they've got to make sure all the armor piercing stuff works properly. That way then you're not blasting the shells through like they're saying. Like they're basically making it so depending upon where you hit the ship with your shells depends upon what it's going through and how much damage it will actually do to it. So for instance, like you could hit someone through the tower. Well, of course it's not going to do much damage there. There's nothing to shoot. It's just going to knock your tower out. Whereas you shoot someone through a hole, it could penetrate through different layers and do certain damage to it better. So that's the idea behind that sort of stuff. And then basically make it so that HE doesn't just explode on the surface all the time. It actually sort of does that damage. And then what was the other thing? Because I listened to a thing this morning on Wargaming, their Twitch channel, and basically they just discussed all these things. So that's how I got all this information, basically. So I was pretty stoked that I managed to turn it on. I was just at work and I saw the email came through and said Wargaming is going live. Oh, okay. That's always their channel. They've tried to put all their